this. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble?
All right, howdy, howdy, howdy. And where are we at? I think I am streaming the wrong. Yep, I am streaming the wrong screen. All right, give me a second. Let me get up here and see if it will let me change on the fly. Find Jason here. Alright, that didn't work. Alright, everybody hang on for a minute. I'm working on it. This thing is not being cooperative. There you are. But you're not full screen. Why are you not full screen? Alrighty, well, let's see here. We got Jason in the chat, Jason on the panel. Let me turn my camera on. Bang. There I am. Dave Piper, Brian W., and Mr. Dwight of Northern Star Railroad. Hadn't heard from you in a while. I was thinking about sending you an email. Where you been, dude? Back over in Germany again, probably eating Wiener Schnitzel or whatever. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Michael C. Yeah, and here comes Mr. Big Bill. Yeah, thank you. Although I don't know why. Every time I put this shirt on, I wore it last week for the first time, and I keep wanting to look for a baseball glove and a bat. Yeah. Yeah, I think I just got a demotion on my paycheck. Yeah, what do you mean what and why? It's where they came from.
Yeah.
We had to switch vendors, so he went to the vendor that did his baseball shirts. Well, it's a nice shirt. Wear it's good. But, yeah. Just messing with you, Big Bill. Alrighty. For some reason or another, I cannot see my chat window in Twitch. So if somebody's got an idea of what I can do to get the chat window up so I can see if anybody's chatting.
Because I picked it up. I picked up Twitch chat. There's nothing on there yet.
Farm Mechanic usually pops in there.
Yeah, there's two of us in there right now.
Yeah, I mean, I got the viewer up. I can see Twitch. 3 people are watching.
Yeah, there's another one that came in. Farm Mechanic's one of them.
Yeah. Well, how you doing, Farm Mechanic?
He says, I'm here.
Oh, we got Grain Express says, hi guys from Indiana. How you doing? Have you been here before? I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, hi, welcome to the show. CPR, how you doing? Ah, Michael will be. Oh, Michael L. Guy just got tongue tied on that one. He said he's been out flying RC. Hey, possum. uh, Andy, I don't know if you heard me, but for some reason or other, I can't get my chat going on Twitch TV. Evidently, I've done something wrong or whatever. But anyway, Jason's got it pulled up so he can look at it for me. And here he comes. Big Bill.
Hey, what's up, John?
I just trying to do a show.
And how's that working out?
A little confusing right now. I can see the stream on Twitch. I just can't see the chat for some reason. I've done something here, got rid of my chat, so Jason's watching it for me. But
So this is where all the cool kids hang out?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I tell you what, now that we're starting to get some people in here, let's go through the show schedule, and I will bring my mic over here a little bit closer so everybody can hear me. Let me make sure I'm not blowing everybody away here. Go over here and see the meter on this thing. I don't want to overmodulate. All right, we're in September. This is the start of our regular programming. We have got September the 10th, the Bill Show, formerly known as the Fine Scale Show, because we have kind of revamped the way we're going to do that show. I think everybody's going to like that. They should. And also on the 18th, we've got Joe's train room. So be sure and come in on that. Joe is only going to be with us until through December. Starting in January, he's taking maternal leave without pay.
Without pay?
Yeah, that's what you told him.
Oh, okay. I was just double checking.
Yeah, it wasn't in his contract. He didn't have a rider on there. Can you tell my son is selling the insurance now?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Well, Joe's expecting another child.
Yeah.
That's we're gonna. So he's on the 18th, right?
Yes. He's on the 18th.
Is that as far as we're gonna go? We're gonna tell him who's Big Bill talking to?
I don't know, because I don't even know.
Well,
I know October.
Communication possible. Nick Massey, am I correct? Is that his name?
Yes.
Yes, he wrote back and said that on the 25th, he would be available for the show. Who's Big Bill talking to? Now, Nick Massey is operator of
ITLA, imagine that, laser art kit manufacturer.
That's correct.
Yes.
And he's going to be on the show with us to talk about his projects, what he's doing in his company.
Yeah, because Ralph just come in and he was intently watching to make sure I got that one right.
Also, October 9th, on Who's Big Bill Talking To, have Lex Parker on.
Yes.
Lex Parker is, well, perhaps maybe, Ralph, you can explain Lex Parker, part of the Canadian Mafia.
Yep. The so-called Canadian Mafia. They toured the States at all the narrow gauge shows with their modules, and they got the nickname the Canadian Mafia. Lex is model railroader extraordinaire.
Yes. Get a chance, go to his website
Absolutely.
and look at the models. He does ON scale, ON3 narrow gauge scale, and he does a fantastic job of doing it. He's going to be on the show October 9th.
Good.
So the 25th of September, we're going to have Nick Matthew on, and then on October 9th, we're going to have. We're not going to be so. We're not going to inundate you guys with week after week of shows because we don't want to burn any. We don't want to burn ourselves out, and we certainly don't want to burn you guys out. Thinking that there's a show we have to go in. After that, we're going to try to make it. We're going to do the shows. We're going to do a lot of them, but we're not going to do them like, John was explaining. Because I threw a bunch of dates at him, and he was like, no, 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 and no. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, because we have shows scheduled for that date. So he explained what the routine was and wanted to accomplish. And I agree with him, because we certainly don't want to burn ourselves out where we don't want we're going to wind up canceling any shows that need to be done. And plus, we all have lives. You have a life. We have a life. We have other interests. Why we would have another interest in model railroading, I understand that. But some of us do, and so we're gonna keep the show streaming. We have some pretty good ideas of upcoming shows that we want to do, and kind of like Thinking Man show, no hands-on stuff, but kind of like Thinking Man's thing.
Well, we're gonna work on some hands-on too.
Oh yeah, no, we're absolutely gonna work on it. We're absolutely gonna work on it. So, but other than that, we're just trying to bring content and enjoyment, relaxation, and take a step back out of this crazy world that we live in and just enjoy model railroading.
And throw around some friendly banter.
And throw around some friendly banter.
Yep.
Oh yeah, gotta have that.
Yeah, gotta have the friendly banter. Gotta have that. Without the friendly banter, what's the sense of having banter?
Yeah.
I don't even know what banter means. I just say that.
Well, while Johnny was doing the update on the scheduling and all that, Farm Mechanic 71 said, "Been a bad week already for some comedy. Where is Ralph and Andy?" Well, Ralph just showed up here just not so long ago, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
Andy's in the chat.
Andy's in chat because he's out on job site.
Yeah.
Yep. It's kind of hard to argue with him though in text.
Yeah. Well, we got
Yeah.
Al Mar. We got Al Mar. He's in the chat.
He's pretty
too.
feisty. He's
Yeah.
pretty feisty.
Yeah, we hadn't seen Al in a while. Dwight is
Yeah.
in the chat too. He popped in there and said he's been in Germany for 2 months.
Germany.
Yeah.
I hope it didn't hurt.
But I'm bumped.
Yeah.
I'll be
He's
here.
He's here all week, folks.
Yeah, don't forget to try the veal and tip your waiter.
Yes.
Eric just jumped in here too.
How's I don't have my chat thing on, so how's Al doing? Almar, how are you, my friend? Long time no see.
He said, "New day, new job."
Hey, good for
While
him.
you were asking the question,
Good for him. Congratulations.
he said he's doing great.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yep.
Good. We all woke up this morning, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, we weren't in jail either.
That's even better. You wake up, that's a good thing. That's why they call it the present,
Yeah.
Don't be so enthusiastic. Yeah, I woke up today. Yeah.
Yep, I certainly did.
Would be terrible to wake up on the other side of that dirt field.
Yeah, well, I'm just happy that the first thing I put on every morning is my feet on the floor.
And I thought it was that genuine Canadian smile of yours.
Well, that comes next,
Oh, okay.
after the first coffee.
After the first coffee. Let me ask you a question, Ralph. This is totally off train topic.
Okay.
Do you brew coffee or do you use Keurig?
Yes.
I do both.
You do both.
I do
Which do you
both.
which do you find better, Keurig or the brewed coffee?
Well, my brewed coffee is espresso.
Oh well, there's entirely different.
So now you tell me which one's better.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the wake up. Have you ever had? Have you ever had Bustelo coffee?
No.
Well, Bustelo, I think it's a New York coffee. I think it's a Spanish coffee, and if you get it, if it's made by a true New York Puerto Rican, you'll be up for about 6 months.
No, caffeine doesn't bother me. I have
Oh,
I have coffee. Actually, there's less caffeine in espresso
espresso, right?
than there is in a regular coffee.
Right. But
But
if
I
you
can
have
have regular
Bustelo,
coffee before I go to bed. Doesn't bother me.
if you had Bustelo, trust me. Next time you come to New York, I'm going to bring you to this Cuban restaurant, and we're going to have their Bustelo coffee. You tell me that you ain't got a buzz after that.
Okay.
Telling you. And we're going to do the Cuban sandwich. Okay, enough off topic. What has anybody and everybody been working on out there?
Well, first off, I think I need to make an announcement since there has been a change starting September the 1st.
Okay.
As everybody knows, we use Appear. Appear has changed its name. It is no longer Appear.in. They now call themselves Whereby.com. So, if you got the rooms bookmarked, then just go in there and edit your bookmarks and just change Appear.in to Whereby.com, and it shouldn't be no problem. In fact, I wouldn't think Appear.in would be a problem right now.
Actually, when you type in the location bar appear.in and then whatever follows afterwards, it automatically changes it to whereby.
Does it?
Yep.
But you
At
need
least
to change.
that's what I
So
found.
Yeah.
so what if someone wanted to join our panel here, how would they
So it would be whereby.com
slash
slash MRL dash live.
Oh, okay. So come on, boys. Join in the fun and the recreation. And that all started when, John? September 1st?
Yeah, September the 1st. And Andy just not like that new name. He just put in the chat, Whereby is a stupid name. For now, Appear.in links continue to work, but that may stop at some point, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be stopping at probably at least by the end of the month.
Well, it's funny. I keep a tab open because it's basically every night that we're online. So I keep a tab open so that it has all the rooms that I frequent
Yeah.
on the screen. I just push the one I want. Well, for some reason, I managed to close that tab yesterday, and I had to sign back in again, and it took me to Whereby and asked me if I wanted to upgrade and all that kind of neat stuff. So I'm back to normal again. I have my rooms showing up on the tab. I keep the tab open.
Yeah, I just created a tab. I just bookmark everything, stick it in that one tab. What I do is I got a free version, so I go where I get logged in. That way I got my name up. Then when I go in the other rooms, it automatically puts the name and all.
Well, and that was the issue last night. It said to log in, and I'm going, oh, how am I going to log in now? I don't know what my login is. And then it said it gave me the option of logging in with my Google. So
Email.
I just clicked it, and it put everything back to normal.
That's good.
Instead of me being a guest, it's back to Ralph. So in answer to your question, Bill,
What
I
what
got
what what was my question? Go ahead.
so quickly we forget. You're
How
gonna forget my answer that quickly too?
I hope not.
Wow. Okay.
Remind me.
Okay. I have a locomotive that was sent to me the other day.
Uh-huh.
Scale Train's rivet counter
Oh, okay. Which one?
for
The
for
SD40?
weathering.
The SD40?
SD40T-2,
Yes. What name? Road name?
Southern Pacific.
Oh, nice.
And so that's what I'm working on. I was on last night trying to figure out how to take these bloody trucks apart so I can take the side frames off to paint them.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it. Scale Trains do it slightly different than everybody else, although the idea still applies. They have these little tabs that go in the side, and then the bottom piece, when you take it off, it sort of locks in through those tabs to keep the side
Uh-huh.
frames in.
Yeah.
Well, trying to find the tabs so you can loosen them off to get it open was a pain in the butt.
Mm.
It took me about 45 minutes to get the first one open. Took me 5 minutes to get the second one open.
Uh-huh.
But
Frustration?
yes,
Uh-huh.
so now I have to mask the windows, and there's an awful lot of photo etched parts on this thing.
Yeah, the rivet counter one, right?
Yep, and there's an awful lot of lighting in it as well. When I say lighting, it has I don't know whether you can see it. It has the headlight up on top of the cab, but
Uh-huh.
then it has lights down on the nose of the cab as well.
Does it have
And
ditch
one
lights as well?
no, not this model. But one of the nose lights is red, so when you go to put it in reverse, the red light comes on.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
And it has the same on the back. It has 5 lights up in that top
Right.
light nacelle.
How about when it's opposite? Does it have the same amount of light?
Yeah, on the back.
Yeah.
Five lights altogether. And the control stand inside is very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
The engineer windows and the conductor windows actually slide open.
Those
It's
actually do slide open?
yeah.
Wow.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so there's with the window closed,
Cool.
and there's with the window open.
Nice.
And then it also has, I don't know whether you can see it, fore and aft of the window that looks like there's a lighter shaded area.
Right.
That's another piece of glass. It's like a
Wind
visor.
visor? Yeah, wind visor.
It's pretty good. And the handrails, I thought I was going to have big trouble taking them off.
Right.
Everybody else in the industry uses some sort of glue at the steps to hold your handrails on, especially where that white rail comes down and goes into the side of the step.
Yeah.
These guys, thank God, they didn't do that. Everything came
No.
off just beautiful. The only thing that they did,
Yeah.
the walkway and the cab itself are glued together.
Uh-huh.
And in order to weather this properly, I need the walkway off.
Right.
But I'll have to work around that.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
So it's almost like they designed this with you in mind.
Almost. Almost. And they've used a new kind of paint on this as well.
Really?
Yep. It's called True Color Paint, which is not really a paint, it's ink.
Oh.
And
What's-
it's the
What's
thinner.
difference?
The thinner
difference?
is acetone.
What's the difference between the ink and the paint? I mean, I know the viscosity of it is different.
It's printer's ink.
Oh, okay, so it's a lot thinner.
Well, it depends on how thin you put it on, but it's either transparent or opaque. And in this case, it's opaque.
Uh-huh.
So
Interesting. I was watching. I was watching. I don't know if you guys know him, Dr. Cranky.
yep.
He was doing a whole series on nail polish.
Mm-hmm.
Says because he likes to use nail polish and he breaks it down, and thins it out.
Yeah, most automotive guys do that.
Yeah, they like the colors on them. They get a more. He says you get a more variety of colors.
Yep.
I was in um, a nail salon wholesale house, and I was looking at their selection of nail polish, and I couldn't believe how many different colors there were, from plain, you know,
The only
gloss.
the only problem with that is the amount of color, or the amount of paint, if you want to call it that, is a lot less. So you have to thin it out to make it go further.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was just amazed at the color selection and each different, like a pearl finish or this kind of a finish. I can understand why automotive guys would like that. You know.
Well, a lot of the automotive guys are afraid to use real automotive paint, which basically is the same thing. It's a lacquer paint, just like nail polish is. It's lacquer.
But wouldn't that would are they afraid of it because it would ruin? They feel it would ruin the plastic.
You're going to get that from nail polish because you have to thin it with lacquer thinner. Same thing. You just have to learn how to spray it. You can't spray it real heavy. You have to do it in very, very light coats, and you have to prime with a proper primer so it blocks the thinner from going right through.
Uh huh.
I used to do all of that. That's why I know this stuff.
Right.
That's where I started out in model cars.
Right. Right.
Yeah, Bud Ellis, that used to be in here, he does small cars and he uses automotive paint on them.
If you got automotive paint, like say you found a color that you wanted to do on a series of box cars, could you use automotive paint? Could you have to thin it out really?
You still have to thin it out. It's still too thick.
What would be the ratio to thin out? How to push it through the gun?
It varies with it. Yeah, exactly. That's it. You have to get it to the consistency of 2% milk.
Okay, okay.
And whether you do that with a lot of thinner or maybe it's already thin, you add a little bit of thinner, but that's what you want. The
Uh-huh.
idea is very light coats, light coat until you've got it covered completely, and you let it dry for a couple of minutes between each coat.
Right. Now, if you let it dry, but first and foremost, hello to Ron Bryce. Hello, Ron. How are you down under? Been talking about you lately to a lot of people. Ron, I tell people that I tell people that I haven't seen in a long time. They say, "What have you been up to?" I said, "I got a YouTube channel now." And they go, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." They say, "You're famous?" I said, "Oh, I'm famous in Australia. This guy Ron Bryce knows me." So one guy knows me. That's all that I need to be famous.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Good for you, Ron. I'm glad you're doing well. But if you put well, the question I wanted to ask you was okay, so you thin that automotive paint down to 2%, milk consistency of milk, and now when you spray it on, can you use a hair dryer on a light heat between, or would it be better?
With lacquer paints, it's better not to because then it skins over and doesn't let it gas off properly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can, but only with the light coats. If for some reason you put a thick coat on, forget it. Don't even try with an air dryer, a hair dryer.
Right, right, because you'll never get it to dry out.
That's right.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I want to jump in here real quick. Dan, are you going to be in the chat after the show tonight? He ain't going to answer me now because he knows something's up. Yes, I do need some updates on a couple of graphics, nothing major.
For you guys out there in TV land, Dan Ward helps us with our graphics. Does a very good job of it. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Andy says, does the hair dryer have any negative effects on acrylic or water-based paints? No, actually, it speeds it up.
Yeah, of course. I
In
wouldn't
that case, it takes the water out.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't hold it directly. I'd hold it away. Let the warm air.
I try to stay away from a hair dryer. I got myself a little hand battery operated fan at the dollar store.
Oh, that makes sense too. That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
Instead of sitting there blowing on it, this thing has flexible blades on it, so even
Yeah.
if you touch the blade, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
But
I know. I hate when I put my finger in a metal fan.
Yeah, it bends the hell out of the blades.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but the emergency room.
Well, I wasn't going to go there.
Okay. All right. Don't tell that story. It was only happened once.
Yeah, right. It's like the day I was modeling and I put the X-Acto knife in my leg.
What were you modeling? Swimsuits?
It's doing some modeling of a model car.
Oh, I thought you were like modeling like GQ.
No,
Men's Health.
not the catwalk thing. No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I like Johnny's seen a couple of times where I've cut myself. The first thing I grab is my crazy glue.
No.
Yeah.
Battlefield medic, you were. You were a battlefield medic.
That's right.
I mean, just for some reason, I was pitching you in a swimsuit, modeling, and it still hasn't kind of eradicated out of my mind. I'm still.
Well, okay, I'll give you the image then.
No.
No. Hang on a second.
Seriously.
I'll describe it to you.
No.
40 years ago,
No.
40 years ago, I was said to be the Canadian Mark Spitz.
Who said that? Who
My
said?
wife.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was gonna say, give me the name and address. I'll go beat this person into submission. But it was your wife, so I won't do that.
I'll tell her you said that.
No. That's all right.
She'll come to New York and beat Bill.
Yeah. I've met your wife. She's a tough cookie.
I want to say hey to Dale PRR. How you doing? He just popped in.
Hey, Dale. Ralph will be in the 2020 Model Railroading Live calendar. Yeah.
There you go. February.
Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, you talk about hair dryers and so on. There's another weatherer that I follow, and Andy knows of him as well. His name is Gary Christensen, and he uses a space heater.
Really?
Yeah, he has it on his desk. Turns it on, holds the thing in front of the space heater. It's got a little fan in it.
What's his name?
Gary Christensen.
Oh.
He's a member of the Rust Bucket forum. So what's on your modeling desk, Bill?
On my modeling desk, I can tell you right now, a 32 fluid ounce interior Elmer's glue all, and rust painter's touch 2 times ultra color matte clear.
The nerve of some people's kids, honest to God. What are you working on? Not literally what's on your desk. I could have done that.
Oh, what's literally? You don't want to know what's literally on my desk. You want to know what I'm working on.
Yeah.
Presently, I am in the process. Nothing on the workbench per se, but I am working on. I went and purchased a Payco Code 83 double slip switch that I'm putting on the staging yard. I removed the Walters.
You went and purchased it. I told you I had a few of them here that you could have had one.
The Payco Code 83 double slip switch?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Well, you can always send it back.
nah, I got it already mocked up on the board on my layout. And I took the old, what a difference. I mean, the Walters is a good, a Code 83, but the Payco by far I believe to be a superior track product. I mean,
I have to agree. A lot of people wouldn't, but I do.
when you snap the switches over, they snap over and they stay in place. You don't have to worry about them. If you use the tortoise underneath them, they stay very tight.
Well, if you use a tortoise, you have to take the spring out.
Yes, obviously, but I'm talking about holding the rail to the, to the running rail and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
A lot of guys that do operations and instead of having them controlled by motors of some sort,
Right.
they'll flip them by finger,
Yeah.
just by moving it sideways, and that's
Right.
beautiful for that. It worked great that way.
Exactly. I on some places I use what is that? The hand throw switches.
Mm-hmm.
Ground
And,
throws.
Ground
Caboose
throws.
ground throws.
Right, caboose ground throws. On mine, just to give it a sense of time, a timing thing. You have to stop, or you have to read the iron, and then you have to, turn the.
What some guys have done, you can get a little, just like you get these switches, the control switches.
Right.
You can get a control switch that has a keyhole in it, and the key hangs on a string on the fascia of your layout. So you got to pull the key and stick it in the keyhole and turn it.
Right.
To make the either a gate open or the turnout activate into a siding.
Right.
That sort of thing, which you would have had to do in real life. You would have had to get out, unlock the key on the ground throw, and then flip it over, put the padlock back on again.
Right. In the Interborough Rapid Transit, the IRT and the Transit Authority, whenever you had permission to key a signal, they literally you had a key, and you would have to insert it into the side of the signal masthead and turn the key in order for the trip off to go down. But they've eliminated those now. You no longer have to do that. But I know the premise. Also, what I do on the ties is I write the letters N and R, normal and reverse. So when I say the normal up the switch, I know that it goes to N. Reverse the switch, it goes to the, what am I calling it? First things first, I said. First you get the signal, then you get the ion. Get the light, then the ion. No, you get the ion, then the light. My fault. Because if you got the light first and you didn't get the ion, then you're going through the signal, which you'd be right to do, and then you go in the wrong direction. So it would be the ion first, then the light.
Whatever you say, Bill. I'll have
Oh,
to
it's
take your word.
Pico? It's Pico, not Pico? Okay, sorry. I'm from Brooklyn. What do I know?
Hey, I say coffee, you say coffee.
Yeah, coffee. You coffee in a bagel with schmear.
I'm
Um,
just, and
he
I'm
says,
disappointed.
personally, I would use the finger flick point. Says, I don't care for caboose ground throws when I build one of my other project layouts. That's what I'll do. Okay. But anyway, getting back to this, that's what I'm doing on the layout. I'm going to start that project tomorrow
Okay.
and start putting that I have the general order already written up. It's general order 9/6/2020, 2019. You know, time and place, staging yard of the South Brooklyn Railroad, requiring two diesels and two flat cars with a crane. And yes, there'll be overtime involved. General,
Paid overtime?
absolutely paid overtime.
Because there's overtime and then there's paid overtime.
Now we do pay overtime here in New York City. We don't do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Everything's pensionable. We got to put it towards the pension.
That's like my son when he became an audio engineer. And in order to get a job, he had to do 3 years of internship, which meant 3 years of not getting paid. So he sort of gave up on that.
Oh,
Even with an insider who was setting him up with an interview, didn't help.
hmm.
So how we doing on chat there, Jason and Twitch? You're muted. I can't hear a word you're saying.
He hasn't said anything.
Yeah, he started to.
Yeah, his mouth
Oh, we
was
can't hear
moving.
you. We can't hear you. You have to unmute, Jason.
There we go. That stopped blocking. I couldn't even get it to unmute. No one's commented anything on Twitch yet
All right.
after Farm Mechanic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, I'm
Just
just
checking.
I'm sitting here working on new chocks for my track or combine.
Wheel
Chocks.
chocks you're talking about.
Yeah. Well,
Good. It sounded like you said
axle
chokes, and I'm going, uh-oh, here
chocks.
goes
Yeah,
Ralph.
yeah.
Just set it on flat car.
See, the word chalk triggers a defense mechanism with me. Doesn't
Oh,
matter how you use it. I have to have it explained what you mean by chalk.
yeah. Oh,
Hi, Dave Piper's got a question. He said, do you have your trains inventoried? If so, what do you use? Paper, MS Excel, or other software?
There's two methods that I know of. Excel is one of them. You can also use Microsoft Access, which is um, an inventory type sort of search engine, or you can use JMRI has an inventory system in it, and JMRI is a free program.
That it is. I personally, Dave, I use pen and paper, old fashioned.
Yep. Nothing
And I
wrong with
keep
that.
no, and I keep them in keep them in the boxes or the tubs that I store the trains in, and I keep it right there on top. So if I need it, I just go get it, and I actually duplicate it and put it in a
So your inventory is what's in the box,
right.
not what's on the layout.
Oh, on the layout's a different whatever the card is that's out at the time. That's the that's how I keep that inventory. Switch. Plus, I have a shelf above the layout that I put the trains that I want to use and stuff like that.
Do
Yeah,
you keep the boxes they came in?
Oh yes, I keep everything that the train, rolling stock, engine, whatever it is, I keep them, but I don't keep them up here. I mean, unless I'm going to restore them in the box afterwards. But most of the engines are on the layout, and the rolling stock gets switched in and out of the box I contain them in. And if I'm going to move or if I'm going to just retire some of them, I'll just put them in the boxes that they came, and
Right.
I put them in a dry place in the garage downstairs on a shelf. But I have all the
Dwight
boxes.
Dwight chirped in. He says he inventoried his locos on JMRI.
Uh-huh.
Well, you don't have any choice there because you have to if you want to do any work on a locomotive that has a decoder in it, you have to inventory it. Otherwise, you just make your changes and forget about them.
Yeah.
Andy is working on a database, or he's thinking of a database. He's headed towards a database that auto syncs with JMRI. Um, Possum Bayou, he uses JMRI.
yeah.
Don Rogers would like your email address, Andy.
Andy says JMRI is important for me, but I don't trust it as a data storage mechanism. Recommend you take backups of your JMRI profile as well as important subsections like your panels and inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
Greg said.
far, I haven't done any of that.
Yeah, Greg said he uses JMRI.
Yeah.
Gilbert.
How many are we at? We have new guys that have come in here, I see.
Uh,
Austin Butler,
yeah,
a new guy, and Greg Gilbert, a new guy.
yeah, fairly new. Possum Bayou's been in here some. There's been a couple others. They not
Michael
chatting a
Connolly
lot.
says, now that I've developed an eBay rolling stock addiction, I should probably start an inventory too.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Greg Gilbert says, I show up when I can. And thank you. Good to have new faces, new voices.
Yeah. We also got Grain Express. He said hello earlier in the chat. So he's been watching. CPR train's been around a while. He's up in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Yep.
Marty has a good thing here. He says he uses Excel workbook, which links to photos. It can track locals, rolling stock, electrical items, books, anything. And he says if anyone can have a copy, just PM him. If anybody wants one, a copy of the workbook, I guess. I started my wife out using Excel doing our budgets, and she has the blank that I initially started, and she's duplicated it to do our budgets, and she duplicates it every year. So the original stays intact without any entries. So Excel is good that way. And you could link cells to each other and all that kind of neat stuff.
Gary Corbin says, just lurking here, guys. Gotcha on the big screen TV.
Oh wow! Don't look too hard, Gary.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Gary, looks like because the way we're doing this, YouTube must not like our little system here because we don't have a clear picture. So if you want a really good clear picture, go to twitch.tv Model Railroading Live. Because I tell you what, the video in that and audio is really good.
It's off the hook.
So to let y'all know, the ones that hadn't been around for a little bit, like Dwight, he's got to go gallivanting all over Europe for months at a time. We are now simultaneously, synchronizationally streaming on 4 social medias at one time. We're doing YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. So you got a choice.
That Twitch, is it Model Railroading Live spelled out completely?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason, though, when I called up Twitch tonight, I did not get my chat. So Jason is having to watch the chat for me.
Yep. No one else has been on saying anything, but Farm Mechanic, he's new.
Yeah, he's ever since we started doing Twitch, he's been on there.
Yeah. But yeah, we're getting new people.
Ha ha ha, Marty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he said if you have a Twitch, maybe you need to see a doctor. But
I used to rock side to side. Now I rock back and forth. That means I'm cured.
That means you're cured? Okay.
Yeah, now we're getting back in. It's summertime. It's winter here, so it's becoming summertime in Australia. Is that correct, Mom?
yeah,
The seasons are reversed, whereas we're starting to get back into doing some. I'm sure everybody has been doing some model railroading over the summer. I usually stop model in July and August. Not because I don't like it. It's just that I have so much other activity going on. I'm just one of those social kind of guys. I think next year I'm going to invest in an air conditioner for the winter. In fact, I might have a fundraiser for that.
Why not?
Low humidity. Low humidity.
yeah. Marty said it's 30 degrees Celsius today, and the bushfires have started. Don't try and start too many of them at one time, Marty.
Yeah, coming home from traveling, the spiders and dust took over my train room.
Yeah.
You know, I know that feeling. I know that feeling, Dwight.
Well, we
Yeah,
got
well, I'm thinking, Andy, of doing a fundraiser for a air conditioner next year. South Brooklyn Railroad.
I got a Shelf GT Gilbert. Uh, my modeling time is coming to an end. School is starting. I'm modeling in the summer, he says.
ah,
That's on Twitch.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
who's that?
Chef GT Gilbert.
He must be a teacher.
Yeah. And he has a crown on his by his name.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. This is all new to me.
Yep.
Possum Bayou. What's 98? Well, 98 is here today. Where is here?
That's down in Louisiana.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where the bayou is.
Okay. Hence the name Possum Bayou. Makes sense. I'm smart. I could have been the head of the family.
I don't think he's that close to New Orleans, but well,
Mississippi coast.
Mississippi coast.
John, did you get affected by Hurricane Dorian?
What, me?
Yeah.
Nah.
No rain or anything?
No. No. It's been anywhere from 91 to 95 here. We got about
Oh,
another
wow.
7 more days of that.
Oh, he's an hour from New Orleans. And I know I'm pronouncing New Orleans wrong.
Orleans. Yeah.
Look at this. The Dale PPR guy is right below him. He's in Hattiesburg.
Yeah. Dale's above him.
Right.
Yeah.
Dale said he's right below. You're right below me.
Well, hey, John. Been a while. How you been doing?
So let's not forget. What are we in now? September. We changed the fine scale show to the what now?
The Bill Show. It'll be more encompassing of all different types of bills, from very beginner all the way through.
Right.
And
That's
whoever wants to put a show on, they're very welcome to do that too.
when you mean put a show on. You mean they themselves would host the build show?
Yeah, they could come in and do a how-to on there if they want to, something like that, or show how they're building something, and they would be the
Okay.
host
Would
of the
that
show that month.
they would be the host?
Yes.
Okay. Andy wouldn't be the host and guide them through that. They themselves would be the.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds.
Yep.
And is that gonna happen September 11th?
No, September 10th.
September 10th. Okay. Well, that's Tuesday night.
Yeah.
September 18th is when Joe Desmond will.
18.
September 18th, that's when Joe Desmond will be on, right?
Yes. And then September the 25th is your show with Nick Massey of Imagine That Laser Art.
Then October 2nd,
No,
October what, 9th,
9th.
will be Lex Parker.
Yep.
Lex Parker, ON3 narrow scale builder. Excellent modeler.
Yep. And of course, every Thursday is the Johnny Mall Train Talk Show.
That is correct. Every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Johnny's Model Railroad. We can all step into the general store with John. Sit down around the old checker table and talk model railroading. Let's see. Andy is saying yes, and different presenters and potentially more shows per month, in addition to the normal crew doing our regular monthly shows. Also, plus a focus on some overall layout concept shows, design and build discussions, etc. Plus, we got ideas for some seasonal specials like the Christmas ones, if we can get Charlie Brown to commit.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, we've hit the 1 hour mark. I started out with a little
Hiccup?
yeah. I don't know why my OBS has switched to a different monitor. I had a little problem trying to switch it back. I guess it doesn't like once you start streaming, moving things around. But got it fixed, it's working. So, alrighty. I guess we'll close this one out.
Okay.
For the first show of the new season, the 1920 season.
Here we go. We're off and starting.
The process has begun.
Yeah. Where it's going to go, we don't know until it gets there.
Words of wisdom, brother. Hey.
All right. Well, y'all got the update.
Guys.
What?
No, I was just going to say, guys, if you want to have a good time, you got to have a good watch.
Okay.
Don't touch the seafood at the end of the
Bar.
table. Yeah.
Especially do not, trust me on this one, do not get gas station sushi.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Well, some people.
You'll have more than gas.
Good night.
Alrighty. Well, we got you updated on the September calendar. So 10 and 18 and 25. That's the 3 days that the new shows are starting out on. You can also go to mallrailroadinglive.com, and the calendar there has got those same dates too. Well, I got to go back in over and add the 25th, so. But I'll get that added to that probably tomorrow, so everybody will know exactly when the shows start. Don't forget the Tuesday, Wednesday night shows are at 9 o'clock Eastern, and the Thursday show is at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So, yeah, and if you do tune in and miss the show, that's okay. These shows are recorded, and you'll find them on our YouTube channel at YouTube Mile Builders. on YouTube at Mall Railroading Live. I know, Ralph. That was a slip. But,
Hey, we all do it. I did it the other day.
yeah. And we do have our playlist there, so you can go back and rewatch, get caught up on it. And if you're new to the channel, you got something to binge watch. That seems to be a thing now with some people.
Yep.
So,
Make yourself some popcorn. Get yourself a nice, cool drink. Sit.
yeah.
And that's if it's warm outside. If it's starting to get cold, like according to Marty, it's getting cold down there in Australia. So grab yourself a coffee, some popcorn. Enjoy.
I drink iced tea year round.
Yeah, me too.
Snow and
As a matter of
ice
fact,
on the ground.
that's what I have going right now.
No, that's not real stuff there. Like Crocodile Dundee would say, now this is real tea. No, not the cup. It didn't come from there. I brew my tea every day, 1 gallon.
You brew a gallon of tea?
Yep. I'll go through a gallon a day. But anyway, we're also now streaming on 4 different social medias. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. To be honest about it, the Twitch.tv Mall Railroading Live really does have a great video. And they say the audio is really good. I can't turn that on, or otherwise I get all kinds of feedback here. But so you got multiple choices on what social platform you want to watch us on. So with that said, I am going to say good night. Have a good weekend. And we shall see you now on September the 10th for the Bill Show. So you got something different to watch before you see me again. All right, y'all have a good night.
You too, John.
Stay safe
You well.
over the weekend.
You well. God bless.
Yeah.